welcome to the 4th season of TBH. I'm Sage Grohl from John Adams High School in South Bend.
And I'm Fernando Sanchez, also from John Adams High School. The theme for this year's TBH is Something to Believe in. Our radio TV program for South Bend Community Schools chose Making a Difference as our sub-theme.
That's right, we voted on the topic as a class and really liked the idea of making a difference, especially after the past couple of rough years. We just wanted to do something to highlight the good in the community and how there are a lot of great people working to make it even better. Our first story is from the Robinson Center. Olivia Charleston and I wanted to spread the word about it because it's a place that she remembers fondly as having an impact on her life and so many others in her neighborhood. Take a look. Not everyone has somewhere to go once school ends. But there's a place on the north side of South Bend that is a home away from home for many.
It's just been amazing to connect with the seniors in our community. It's an area that I really hadn't spent a lot of time with other than my own parents and kind of their friends, and this has just been an amazing connection for me.
Frankly, in this age where I feel like there is so much oppositional interactions, it's nice to be part of a community that approaches things from the aspect of finding common ground instead of finding what divides you.
The Robinson Center is a collaboration with Notre Dame and the community. When Notre Dame bought the building, it sent out people to the community to see what they needed. The answer was a community center.
So the Robinson Center was founded in 2001. It was an initiative of Notre Dame in partnership with the Northeast neighborhood, which is where we're located, which is the closest neighborhood to Notre Dame. And I think it was really established to build a stronger relationship between the university and the community. And when the university had the opportunity to purchase the building where the center was located, they actually sent out people into the neighborhood to meet with community leaders, neighborhood residents, people in churches, to really find out what the community would like to see in that building.
But that was 22 years ago, and the center has expanded to bigger and better things since then. The center has a seemingly endless amount of programs, with something for just about everybody.
So when they started talking about the idea of a community center, then they kind of brought their ideas about, well, what would they really like that to be? So one of the things that came up is they wanted programs for youth, particularly after school and tutoring. They wanted programs for senior adults. They wanted computer access and computer classes. And those were some of the very first programs that were offered at the Robinson Center.
It's not only the staff that changes the lives of the community. They also have over 400 college volunteers, and more to come.
That's a great question. We have a lot of volunteer opportunities, everything from volunteering in our preschool to our after-school program, helping out with the more administrative tasks, tutoring, all kinds of volunteer opportunities. And you can apply to volunteer online. We have a website, rclc.nd, and we also have summer programs coming up this summer, and there will be some volunteer opportunities as well.
The center works hard to improve the lives of over 2,000 youth, whether it be preschool education or just creating a safe haven for children to go after school. Reporting for TBH, I'm Sage Grohl.
Did you know that disposable diapers are a $71 billion a year industry? What's more, they cost the average household with an infant nearly $1,000 a year. That's why the Christ Child Society holds a diaper drive every year to help families in need. Matthew Pandori-Tesley has the story.
The American Academy of Pediatrics says low-income families spend 14% of their yearly income on diapers.
The statistics are that newborn babies go through around 200 to 250 diapers a month, and that's a lot of diapers. And it, every time you go to change a diaper, it seems like 10 minutes later, they go again.
To make matters worse, there are no government programs to help cover costs.
Well, Diaper Drop is a one-day collection event, but what we do is we send diapers, we deliver them ourselves. We have volunteers that will load them in their vehicles when we're finished collecting today, and we have 9 different organizations that we are taking diapers to. Last year we collected 59,000 diapers, and they were all distributed in one day. This year our goal is to collect hopefully 70,000 diapers.
Having clean diapers is more than a matter of comfort. When a baby has a dirty diaper on for too long, they can develop sicknesses like hepatitis A and viral meningitis.
There is a big need right here in our community. There's a lot of parents and families that are struggling, and just to help them out with something like a diaper for their baby or their toddler, I think it goes a long way and it means a lot to people. And I think that it's very important for the parents not have to choose between food and a diaper and to be able to keep their kids' little bottoms dry.
The lack of access to diapers can also undermine a family's work or education. Many child care programs require your baby to wear a diaper.
So any information that you'd like to find out about the Christ Child Society, we have a website, and we also have a Facebook page, and we have people following on there, so check us out on Facebook and put the word out to our community that a little thing like a diaper makes a big difference to a family.
For TBH, I'm Matthew Pandori-Tesley.
There's a place in Michiana that offers comfort to every family that comes through its doors at no cost. Fernando, you and Makari got to visit this place. What is it?
It's the Ronald McDonald House in Michiana, and it has plenty of ways for everyone, including teens, to help out.
So the families that utilize the Ronald McDonald House have a hospitalized child with an age of 21 or younger, and they are actually referred to us by the hospital. So either a social worker, a nurse, or a doctor would actually refer them over to the Ronald McDonald House, and they are welcome to be an overnight guest with us.
On our tour, we got to see the many amenities that the Ronald McDonald House provides to families, including a kitchen, bedroom, laundry room, and more.
The Ronald McDonald House Charities of Michiana has an impact on the community every day. We serve families of sick and injured children ages 21 and younger that are hospitalized, and we take care of the families and like to consider ourselves having a home away from home, all at no cost to families. And that's extremely important to us because we want to make sure that the parents can focus on what they need to focus on, which is the child in a health crisis.
But the Ronald McDonald House can't do it all on their own. Kirsten explains ways the community can help.
So they're welcome to visit our website. We have tons of options on there to donate monetarily or to follow our Amazon wish list and actually have items shipped straight to our house. We're in constant need of different snacks and beverages and toiletries, laundry detergent, you name it, we need it.
In fact, Fernando and I visited the website to find ways teens like us can help. We decided to put my baking skills to good use and make some cookies.
Oh, thank you so much. This is incredible. Our families are going to love this. Thank you so much for donating this.
Thank you so much for helping the families.
Of course. That's what we're here for.
Kirsten also explains another way the community can donate to the Ronald McDonald House, and it's super easy.
One other way that community members can get involved with the Ronald McDonald House is by collecting their pop tabs. So any pop tabs on any aluminum can be deposited into whatever apparatus you have. So right here we have a pop tab house that we created for our own house and our own use with our Coca-Cola products.
With many families coming here every year, the Ronald McDonald House relies on the generosity of donations to be able to give back.
That's right. To find out more about how you can donate, visit the website at rnhcmichiana.org. For TBH, I'm Makari Ritchie.
And I'm Fernando Sanchez. People aren't the only ones who need help in South Bend. There are plenty of pets in need too. Jadiani Soto and Tayana White recently toured the pet refuge.
At Pet Refuge in South Bend, animals get another opportunity to live a better life, one without hardship. Janet Graham, the president of Pet Refuge, has always had a love for animals.
One day an opportunity arose to apply at the Humane Society of Elkhart County, and I accepted a position as a volunteer coordinator and executive assistant. So I had my first experience working for a not-for-profit, organizing and leading volunteers, and helping with the daily operations of an animal shelter.
The shelter has been finding cats and dogs new homes for nearly 50 years. Pet Refuge is acknowledged as a no-kill shelter. Janet says the phrase is often misconceived.
No-kill is such a buzzword, and basically what it started maybe 15 years ago. And it's just explaining the difference between shelters. Animal shelters can be closed admission or open admission. With a closed admission shelter, which Pet Refuge is a closed admission, we do not hold any contracts for the government, say for animal control, removal, any contracts for the city. We accept animals from the public and local shelters when we have space and the need arises. An open admission shelter will have a contract maybe with the city or a county, and for all of them, they have to accept all the animals in their location. And that's, I think, where it gets misconstrued a lot, because with the no-kill, everyone feels that's a horrible, which it is, to have to euthanize for space, but sometimes if you have too many animals come in, it's the only option they have.
Pet Refuge works closely with many other shelters and pet companies in the area. Being a closed admission shelter, they help with other shelters that deal with an overpopulation of animals.
We can take some of the pressure off of them, and because they may have 400 animals in-house at any given time, and they may have public dropping off animals also, and they've got to make space for everybody.
If you already have pets at home and aren't looking to volunteer or adopt anytime soon, here's what you can do.
Spay and neuter your pets, please. There are so many animals without homes, and it keeps going.
For TBH, this is Tiana White.
Research shows that interactions with mentors, especially for boys and young men, helps them better regulate their emotions, problem solve, and envision more positive futures. Kai Williams brings us the story of Heroes Camp.
There's a hidden gem right here in South Bend to help young men. Heroes Camp is a ministry focused on making a positive impact on kids, teens, and even adults. Its founders, Pat and BJ Magley, started the camp in South Bend to connect young men with good role models and offer spiritual growth.
Started Heroes Camp because of the need that I saw. My heart was broke. My heart is still broke.
I actually left my career with music to come here to pour into these young men. Now I'm head of music and media.
Yeah, I have a lot of great role models at camp that has taught me to be a great man and what to do in life. Like, I remember they used to pull me to the side and coach me up, and now I'm coaching the middle schoolers up and showing them how to do good.
It has attracted many members to the staff, as well as visitors who have sought help with their mental or personal issues.
The camp has opened my eyes. Specifically, Pat has opened my eyes to the power of prayer.
I've been here 20 plus years. I started off here doing an internship in college, and I haven't left since. I haven't seen anything more effective in dealing with youth.
Basketball is one of the many ways Heroes Camp attracts its members. Around 100,000 people have entered Heroes Camp doors, and not one bad review from anyone. In addition to athletics, they also offer free haircuts, clothing, food, and guidance.
I like going to Heroes Camp because it's been nothing but a great experience every time I'm there. Worship, and always good food there, always basketball going on, and always just great people showing you the way you should live life.
The camp really just, you know what I'm saying, it's been keeping me out of a lot of sticky situations I could have been in with male leadership, woman leadership, and just showing, you know what I'm saying, how to live a more responsible life.
The Magleys have started raising funds to help expand the camp to include dorms and even a school in the future.
And I don't need any auto boys from that. I don't need none of this or none of that or none of this. I don't need none of that. What I need is someone praying for my strength.
Pat has had the strength to run the camp for 40 years, and he plans for many more. If you're interested in learning more about Heroes Camp, visit www.heroescamp.com. For TBH, I'm Kai Williams.
Athletes often get a lot of recognition for their performance in their sports, but Notre Dame wants their students to think beyond the field. Cooper Van Driesch recently visited the Gold Center to learn about this new philosophy.
Excellence, education, tradition, faith, and community. The 5 pillars of Notre Dame athletics, and pillars that Catherine Glick and the Gold Center use as the base for everything they do.
So the Gold Center is the new revamped student athlete welfare and development. Gold minus the O stands for grow, lead, do, which we hope to do with all of our student athletes during their time with us at Notre Dame.
Preparing student athletes for the next stage of their lives is one of the key aspects of the Gold Center.
We hope to lead student athletes on things like community service and leadership and, just growth in areas that will fulfill their the mission of the university, right? And help them package themselves so that they are ready to leave us and go be young adults after they leave here.
As the teams and uniforms have changed over time here at Notre Dame, so has the institution's philosophy to encompass the whole student athlete, something graduate student Dara Mabry has come to appreciate.
You know, you say it's not in the stat book, yeah, but what the Gold Center does is a lot behind the scenes, and they just keep pushing for student athletes, and they care about the community above and beyond.
The support Dara has received from the Gold Center has left an immense impact on her.
I was having a rough day, and Catherine from the Gold Center was able to help me and get me through that, because they just care about you as more than an athlete.
Undoubtedly, Dara's stats in the stat book are extremely impressive. What she has been able to accomplish off the court is just as spectacular.
Obviously, the Gold Center is not something that is mandatory. It is voluntary, but I utilized it very heavy when I was here, and I built a lot of relationships. I made a lot of connections. I was able to give back to the community, and that's something that's tough to do as a student athlete.
Through Notre Dame, Dara's been able to get ready for the next stage of her life, a stage that the Gold Center has helped prepare her for. Reporting from the Joyce Center on the campus of the University of Notre Dame, I am Cooper Van Driesch.
Asking for help is often one of the most difficult things we must do. Finding long-term support can often rate a close second. Rafael Tortolero brings us the story of a cafe that's doing just that.
The Recovery Cafe is a space in this community for people to come to who are in recovery, and that can be recovery from anything, whether it's drugs, alcohol, gambling, sex, food, it does not matter. One of the mantras of the Recovery Cafe network that we're a part of is that we're all in recovery from something.
Any resources they need for their family, whether they're suffering from addiction, homelessness, you know, or just want to come in for coffee and food and talk.
So the Upper Room has been around for over 40 years. We provide, like I said, safe and stable housing for people in the community that need us the most, that need that upper hand to help them guide along into the recovery process. The Recovery Cafe allows that to happen. We're the housing part, and the cafe is the resources part. So we're really excited to be a partner with them. The Upper Room provides safe and stable transitional housing for folks in our community.
In the Upper Room, everybody lives there, so every daily activity, whether it's fishing, going to classes, going to meetings, you know, just meeting each other's family, hanging out outside, whatever it is, we all do it together.
And so there are only 2 requirements to be a member of the Recovery Cafe. You have to be sober for the last 24 hours, and you have to agree to attend a weekly circle meeting once a week. What we've noticed is that they have an increased sense of connection, of realizing that there are people like them in this community. It helps them feel less alone. It keeps them from isolating. Connecting with other human beings is a real important part of getting healthy, of realizing we're not the only one with this problem, and of just feeling like you like yourself again.
I really like the relationships I built here. It's a different part of my life. You know, I'd never had the healthy relationships or the friendship and what I needed for help to live a successful life. Out there, I've had friends who just weren't really there for that, you know? So that's been my favorite part, is people genuinely care about people here.
If you're interested in donating, it would be great if you could go to upperroomrecovery.org. We have a place there that you're able to donate funds. You're also able to donate items.
Suffering from any type of issue, this is the place to be in South Bend. You know, there's places everywhere that'll give you help with different things, but this is like a one-stop shop. You can come here and literally get better from any situation you're in.
According to the USDA, more than 34 million people, including 9 million children in the U.S., are food insecure.
But there are some great organizations in Michiana working hard to change that. Trinity Finnessy brings us the story.
The Standby Drive takes place the second Saturday of every May, and Smart to Neck told us about it.
The NALC, National Association of Letter Carriers, they started this food drive 31 years ago. It happens the second Saturday in May all across the country. So if you received a postcard in your mailbox, your community is participating in Stamp Out Hunger. And the food goes to food banks and pantries, and the letter carrier will pick up your donation, and then it gets delivered to the food bank here in our county. So it's pretty simple. We ask for non-perishable food items, and think of things that you would put in your own pantry at home. So things like dried beans, rice, pasta sauce, canned fruits and canned vegetables. We ask for low sugar, low sodium items, peanut butter, breakfast cereal. Everything you keep at home are the items that we need.
Not only can you donate, there are a number of ways you can help spread the word for these drives.
You can advocate for us. Hunger oftentimes becomes very political, but we need people who are willing to speak out for the neighbors that we serve, because the people that we serve who come to food pantries, these are people that may live next door to us. They're our neighbors. So we need people to speak out for them.
There are a lot of volunteers for a drive to be successful, so they are always looking for volunteers.
That's a great way to give back. The great thing about volunteering is you feel really good about yourself after you do that. So we have lots of volunteer opportunities. They can do a food drive for us, and they can do a food drive at school, or their church, or their business, or organization that they participate in. We really need those to happen all year round for the work that we do. And this drive honestly really helps get us through the summer months. The drive was suspended for 2 years in 2020 and 2021 because of the pandemic. So it's really good to have things back more to normal, and this benefits so many people, and we really need it.
For TBH, I'm Trinity Finnessy.
The Double Rainbow Project began during COVID as a way to boost the spirits of a few neighbors. Today, it does a whole lot more. Malin Pascal brings us our final story.
Rainbows are often seen as a sign of hope and positivity. When COVID hit in 2019, Erica Hart and Michelle Jump came up with an idea to send rainbows to lift each other's spirits.
So she actually sent me these rainbow prisms that were it was like a big plastic ball, and you put it on your window and it made these rainbows, and we hung them up, and she had them in her house, and our kids would get so excited. Before it would be I don't want to get out of bed because e-learning is waiting for me, and I felt the same way, and now we would all jump out of bed because the rainbows were so cool.
That idea grew into the Double Rainbow Project.
And so I was like, these are so cool, and they made such a difference to how we felt, that I was like, I really would love to send these to other people.
The idea is to spread joy and kindness to families facing difficulties. For each rainbow cling bought, the project donates 1 rainbow to hospitals, nursing homes, individuals facing hardship, in remembrance, and to bring joy.
One of them that we sent for a bereavement gift, actually, the little girl had passed away, and she was only 2, and she had younger siblings now. And the mom would post pictures of the sibling playing with the rainbow, because her sibling, was only 1, and the rainbow coming in, and she's like, look, she's like, it's like my children are together.
So far, the Double Rainbow Project has given out 2,000 clings. They have volunteers worldwide helping to distribute the rainbows. While the clings are easy to hang, it is suggested that they hang on an east or west side window to catch the sun.
When you first get it, it's I'm not quite sure what I should do with this. And I put it on my window, and the rainbow, so it just looks like this. The rainbow that you get is like you would never believe that this piece of plastic does this rainbow.
For more information, go to doublerainbowproject.org. For TBH, I'm Malin Pascal.
That wraps it up for this episode of TBH. Be sure to check us out at tobehonestinc.com. I'm Sejanaya Grohl.
And I'm Fernando Sanchez. Have a great week, everyone.